Hi guys, it's Janice, and this is my pull list for November 18th. I apologize for the air conditioning, but my timing is so awful. Whenever I try to film is whenever the air conditioning decides to go off. I could turn it off, but it's really hot in my house. And it's actually for the better because my neighbor is very into gardening and composting, and he's actually out there working on his compost right now, so I can hear him like dragging a trash can around his backyard. So at least we don't have to listen to that. So I have a pretty large pull list for me, at least. Normally, like I said, I get 3-4 comics a week, and I can still hear it. So hopefully you can't hear it. Hopefully it's not too annoying. But this week I have 8 comics. So let's get into it. The first comic book that I'm getting this week is Beauty number 4, and the solicit summary says, "Beauties beware, Mr. Calaveras is on the hunt." If you haven't been reading this comic, you definitely should. It's really good. There's an STD called the Beauty, which turns people from fat and ugly and normal looking, in most cases, to beautiful. And up to this point, there hadn't been any negative side effects, so a lot of people were after the Beauty. And then it turns out that the Beauty is something that is capable of killing people. There has been a discovery of a cure, but people don't want to cure something that could potentially make them more money. So instead of producing this cure, they want to find something that prolongs life for people with the Beauty, and just not let them know that there's a cure. Instead, just find some way for them to live with it, so they continually have to buy this medication. And so that's pretty much the comic up to this point. It's really good. It's really beautiful, especially the covers. The covers are really beautiful. The next comic book I'm getting this week is Clean Room number 2. This is about a woman whose fiance commits suicide after reading a self-help book, and she is after the person who wrote the self-help book to see why he committed suicide. And it says, "It's a battle of wills as Chloe faces off with self-help guru Astrid in the infamous Clean Room, and what Chloe witnesses there reinforces her desire to bring Astrid and her empire down." It's really interesting. It's written by Gail Simone, who is just a really great author. She writes some amazing comic books, and so it's definitely something that you should check out if you're not reading it. It's only 2 issues in as of this week, so it's definitely something that you can pick up. The next one is Giant Days number 8. It says, "A brutal winter hits Sheffield, but things heat up when Esther has a fling with a faculty member." So that's kind of intense. This comic book is about 3 girls in university, and it's really cute and really fun. The next one I'm getting is Lumberjanes number 20, and the solicit says, "It's a mermaid war. April has made a real mess of things by trying to get her mer pals back together, but can she make things better with the help of her friends?" So Lumberjanes has been described a lot of times as Buffy meets summer camp type situation. It's way more mythical beasts than that. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of demons and stuff like that, but that's not so much what the girls face in this comic book. And at this point in the story arc, there are some punk rock mermaids, and one of them left the band or whatever. For some reason, the band hates her because they're a punk band, and one of the Lumberjanes decides she's going to play their music at a music festival to kind of remind them how much fun they had and how great their music was together. But instead, she accidentally plays a call of a dangerous sea beast, and so it kind of backfired. And so now we're at that point trying to figure out how to survive the attacks of these giant serpent things. But it's really cute. It's really fun. It's not serious. You can jump in honestly at any point. Sorry, but now my cat has decided to start meowing in the background, so this is just a very noisy video, and I apologize for that. The next comic book I am getting is Miss Marvel number 1, and I know I said I wasn't getting any more number 1s, but I had been reading Miss Marvel up to this, and that storyline ended, so this is just another version. So it picks up where the last kind of left off. So the solicit for this says, "The international beloved, butt-kicking, smack-talking, most adorable superhero makes her triumphant return. Look out world, Kamala Khan is back and officially an Avenger." The dream to end all dreams has happened for Kamala. She's toe-to-toe with the best of the best, but will being one of Earth's mightiest heroes be everything she imagined? Is being a celebrity hero as wonderful as Kamala was hoping, or has hoped? I'm not fully caught up on the last run of Miss Marvel. I still have a couple issues, I believe, and it was like a tearjerker. It was the one where she reveals to her mother that she is Miss Marvel. And it's a good comic. It's about, you know, a young Middle Eastern girl in such like a positive, amazing light. She's such a cool character. She's realistic. She goes through like, there's this story arc where she meets a boy and kind of rebels a little bit against her family and stuff. And so while she does have superpowers and she is inhuman, she's also just a teenage girl, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a really good comic book. I'm not super into superhero comics, but this is definitely one that I love. The next comic I am getting is Phonogram, the Immaterial Girl. This is a new run of an older comic, and I haven't actually read any of it up to this point. I do have all the issues, but I want to read the past Phonogram, Rue Britannia, and I can't remember the other one, but I want to read those two first before I read this, and I just haven't gotten around to it, so I'm just picking up the issues and not actually reading them, so I don't know what's happening. But it just says, we take a break from Emily's existential music, television, horror, and spend time with Mr. Logos and Laura's precious lack of life. And the first thing that stands out to me when reading the solicit is the name Laura, because I'm sure it's not the same character, but in The Wicked and the Divine, there's a character named Laura, and this is by the same creator, so I'm sure it's not the same character, but it would be really awesome if it was. The next one I'm getting is Rat Queens number 13. It says the Rat Queens arrive at Mage University, the place where everything went wrong for Hannah not so long ago. Rat Queens is such an amazing comic book. It can appeal to, I think, so many different people. It's very Dungeons and Dragons and World of Warcraft, so if you're into that kind of stuff, it's definitely something that you want to check out. Probably it's about 4 girls who are like not bounty hunters, but just adventurers for hire, and they complete tasks and kill bad guys. And my cat is a butt face, but they're also just really wild and fun and crazy. And like Hannah has superpowers, and then there's just lots of different fun characters. There's this band of men adventurers named the Daves, and they're all named Dave, and one of them has a beard with like little birds in it, and it's just a really cute and fun adventure-filled comic book, and if you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. Also, there is a transgender character, and there was a one-shot, you know, of that character's experience up to this point, and who knows if that's going to continue more, if there'll be more one-shots about side characters. It's a good comic book, and check it out. I think it's a lot of fun. And the next thing I'm getting is Shudder number 17, and the solicit for this week says shots fired, and that is all it says. This is a very like Lady Indiana Jones type magical type world. The main character, Kate Christopher, is from a line of Indiana Jones adventurer type people, her father and his father before him and family members and stuff. And where the story starts, she is an only child. Turns out that's not true. So she finds her sister and her brother, and there turns out to be a lot of other siblings that she isn't aware of. And so it's just her adventure finding out about herself. There's a lot of characters like lion and fox men and things like that, just non-human characters. It's a lot of fun. It's really good, and it's really well drawn. And then the last one, and I'm not actually picking this one up, my boyfriend is, and I'm just going to read his copy because I'm not picking up number 1s anymore, but it is definitely something I'm interested in. That's Huck number 1. And the solicit for this one says, in a quiet seaside town, Huck uses his special gifts to do a good deed every day. Each day, his neighbors return the favors by keeping his abilities a secret, but when a newcomer alerts the media, a firestorm erupts, sending Huck on an adventure that will change everything. So it's just about a guy who has some kind of powers, and up to this point was pretty safe in his town using them, but somebody has kind of ruined that for him, and so I'm very interested. And the cover is really cute. It's like a big, like, buffish looking dude. I mean, I'm gonna have it right here, but you know, but he's like sitting there, and if he has a bird or something, it's really adorable, and he doesn't look like the kind of like, not that you can tell what a person is by their appearance, but he's like a buffer dude, so I can't imagine him just like doing a good deed each day. So I'm really excited to see how this comic book goes. It looks really good. So let me know what you're picking up and what you think of the comic books that I'm picking up. I'm really excited for a couple of these this week. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next week with another pull list, and throughout this week with a bunch of other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.